Hi guys, welcome back. Welcome to video 3. So this is the third part in the 5-part series of the 5 essential things every emotional woman must know to create balance in her life. So we went through, number 1 was all about that guilt and that mindset. Number 2, all about that time management and that accountability. So really practical. And this third part is something that I have struggled with a lot in the past. And so it kind of hits home to me. It really hits home. And this is all about managing your expectations. So when was the last time you were let down because your expectations were too high? Hey-o, that is definitely me. I am right there with you. It's definitely happened to me quite a few times. And so, maybe it was one of those times. Maybe it was your boyfriend who didn't plan that date night like you wanted him to. Or your boss didn't recognize you for that awesome work project that you nailed. And just everything went unsaid, all of your efforts. What happens in the events in your life where they don't play out the way you want them to, right? So, those events happen and they don't live up to your expectations. Do you get disappointed? Do you get frustrated? Or do you get hurt by the actions that the people in your life make? Yep, that's me. Guys, it can really hurt when you have this expectation of how something's supposed to go, and in your mind, your plan seems flawless. It's like, why wouldn't they understand it? Why wouldn't this happen the way I'm expecting it to? And then it doesn't happen that way. Not only does it not happen that way, but it goes a complete 180 in the other direction. And you're like, oh, what just happened? Like, this wasn't, no. This wasn't what was supposed to happen. And not only did it not happen the way that you were anticipating it to and expecting it to, but the other person involved didn't even realize that you had those expectations. So not only is there that frustration, that hurt, but that leads to arguments, it leads to tears, it leads to stress and all sorts of other emotions, right? And so how do we manage those expectations before our emotions get the best of us? So how do we possibly get through all that? The number 1 key I have for you. Number 1, communication. Can I get a big amen for that? Communication, right? Okay, so communication. Let's go back to the scenario of the boyfriend scenario. So let's say you communicated to him that it's been a really long week. It's been so long, and you're really looking forward to hanging out with him on Friday night, and that you would just love it if he would take care of all the details, when, where, what, etc. Or maybe it's that boss scenario, and so you nailed that huge project. Did your boss even know you were working on that project in the first place? Or did you just assume he should know the details? Take a step back from it. Think about it from their perspective. Did you communicate these expectations you had to the other people involved? If you didn't communicate it, they can't read your mind. You can't have these expectations and not communicate what you want or what you feel or what you're expecting. And so it doesn't mean it has to play out the way your expectations are, but it does mean that you are constantly going to be let down time and time again if you don't communicate. You can't expect them to just know. So in all areas of your life, if you were to communicate that scenario to your boyfriend, if at work, let's say, instead of, getting bummed out about that project that your boss didn't acknowledge you for, what if you saw him in the hall at work and you show him, hey, that project I've been working on, and give him a quick, brief rundown about this, that, and the other thing? These were the results, and this is what happened. And tell him about your successes. He's got a million other things going on at work. He can't possibly know the details of everything. But that doesn't mean that you can just expect him to. It means that you need to give yourself permission to share your success with him. Okay? So communicate and share what's on your mind, what's on your heart. That's what's going to prevent all of these different emotions blowing up in your face, and that's what's going to help you move forward and create more balance. Because once you get those emotions involved and those expectations about how your week should go and how things should plan out, that's not going to happen if you don't communicate. So creating balance, communication is key, and managing those expectations. I hope this serves you. I hope it helps. Definitely let me know if you need more tips on managing those expectations, because I have a laundry list of expectations I have not managed, and they have led me down a rocky path. So definitely feel free to reach out. I hear you on this one. All right, stay tuned. Video 4 is coming your way so soon.